Pisces, and welcome to my channel and to your August monthly readings. We're going to take a look at how the astrological movements are affecting your health, your work, your relationships, and your love, alright? If you're new to my channel, thanks for joining me. Let's try that again. And if you like how I do things, hit subscribe and comment giveaway down below, and I will get you included in my monthly reading giveaway. Same goes to my subscribers, and thank you so much for your dedication and support to my channel, you guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you. All my information's down below if you want to take a look at how to get in touch with me about a personal reading, my membership information, my healing products. There is going to be a $10 personal extended. If you're interested, let me know. And otherwise, this is a general reading, guys, so take what fits and leave the rest. We've got Mercury, Venus, and the Sun entering Libra. So a lot of, this is talking about limitations and boundaries and essentially how we're setting up those moral constructs within our life. So for you guys this month, there could be a tendency to get a little bit negative and pessimistic, okay? So we want to keep that really in our, you don't want to wallow on it, but you want to keep it aware, okay? You want to keep an awareness on that. Other than that, we've also got I feel like some of you are going through a shift, it's a balance shift, but you're always evolving into kind of the next level of commitment with things, and this is one of those times for you where you're going to be focusing on the deeper meanings of things and stepping into the next level with, I think, a lot of the Aries in your life this month. So regarding your health, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. So you are kind of seeking deeper meaning in a lot of areas, but I think some of you have a tendency to be like, oh, it's not going exactly the way that I want, so it must not be going right, and that's not quite the way you should be looking at this. You should be looking at this in the fact that everything happens for a reason, and the only way that you're able to get what you want is to move through change and progress into something better and bigger, right? So we're giving love to this idea, into this foundational position that's going to ultimately get you to abundance and success, okay? So, and in all areas of life, not just with work or with relationships, but in health as well. The more you can come into a deeper place and be at peace with things, you can move into this progress and give a bigger, meaningful type of love, okay? You can commit into in a deeper way because you yourself are connected with your life in that way. You can't give something unless you've already given it to yourself, right? You can't give it to others unless you've established that within yourself. So health-wise, that's what you're developing. You're developing that deeper meaning within the areas of your life. You could also be starting to make some changes with regards to your workout routines, sleeping more, getting your health drinks kind of in your routine. Overall, getting a better and more healthy routine where you have time and quality of life for your family, for yourself, where you can give a little bit more to others and to yourself. That's what I'm seeing overall with health. You're really fine-tuning that this month, and that's a good place to be in right now. That's going to keep you positive and keep you very balanced, okay? That's fantastic, especially if you're feeling pessimistic or negative. Definitely work on yourself, meditating, working out. Like I said, any of those things are going to help you, listening to your jams and just feeling good, okay? Regarding work, we've got the Justice in the reverse, so something about some of this deeper meaning could have something to do with work and moving into maybe a more soul-satisfying position here. This is kind of telling me that there's also maybe something going on at work that has been, well, as it states, it's been an injustice. Something's not been fair, something's been overlooked or not handled correctly, and you're really not enjoying that at all. As a matter of fact, you're ready to throw spitballs of fire. You're like, what in the hell is this all about, and why is this even happening? This is interesting. So obviously this is happening for a reason. Let's see what that is. The Hangman in reverse. So there's something that you're missing or sitting on. Either it's information or an opportunity, or you haven't made up your mind about something. Maybe you've been pondering on walking away, and the energies are just floating there because you haven't made a decision in one way or the other, okay? The recommended advice here is Well, so far, I'm seeing that you need to make a decision, but as far as which way to go with that decision, you've got the Seven of Wands, so it's really, if you have to defend yourself constantly in the position you're in, then that's probably not the one for you. You want to be able to be admired for all of the hard work. If you're defending yourself because you haven't put enough towards that and you want to keep your job, this is the opportunity to discuss this. And you're going to come out very well on the other end as long as you can be optimistic. Don't jump the gun. Just don't jump to conclusions. Ride the conversation to the end. You know, this will happen. This will be a very good opportunity for you to come to a balance with this. Whether you have the injustice or the injustice was upon you. Either way, it's going to be received well. Okay? You're feeling, you know, you're feeling within an element that is going to be helpful for you. This is a safe zone of your voice. You're feeling good. As long as you're optimistic, you're going to have a good outcome here. As far as relationship goes, this overall relationship, this can be friendships, work. We've got the Page of Cups in the reverse. So there could be something going on in the relationships, either with friends or at home, that may be having you feel a little bit on edge. A lot of fiery energy here for sure. Which is not like you, so you could be very steamy and kind of, you know, not really want to approach if you're not really within your element. But this needs to be balanced. Whatever's going on in the relationship section here needs to have a little bit of attention, because something's not balanced. Somebody's giving more than the other, or it's not going to the next level, or it needs to come back a level, or something like that. But that needs to be addressed, like ASAP. Follow your dreams. If you got to drop somebody that you've maybe had around for a long time, you know who you are. That was for somebody. Hey, some of us have to, they come and they go. You learn your lessons and then they move on. I can't even tell you how many acquaintances I have. I've got a handful, like, don't judge me, of people that are really, really important as far as my certain, you know, areas in my life that I get comfort from. But I know a ton of people, but I had to leave so many people behind in my journey because they weren't coming with me in that vibration, and it was holding me back because I loved them so much, or they were my friends, or it was so hard, and it was hard. And at some point I'm all, am I cursed? Like, what is this? And I finally realized, I'm like, no, you gain things from them, they gain things from you, and that's all it was meant for. You were contracted for that period of time, for these moments, and it's a special thing. It's a special thing that was even something that you two contracted to be a part of. So, you know, it doesn't have to be something sad or negative. It could be very uplifting, and it can also be discussed in a mutual way, even if they don't quite understand it. You voicing it to them and being in that way without just being like, no, I can't do it, I'm done. They might not get it, but at least you can feel like you've done your best, and like you're not missing something, or you've set something on fire and left it, or, you know, burned a bridge. You certainly don't want to do that. Okay, so as far as your love relationships, let's see what's going on. The King of Cups and the King of Pentacles in reverse. So, very emotional right now, but not feeling very optimistic about the possibilities of a future here, stability. So it's almost like you've been working very hard. You're putting a lot of emotions into this, but it's not producing quite what you want it to, and that is putting you, I think, more than anything, in this position of feeling a little bit maybe possibly rejected, or feeling like you are missing something, like you're trying to find out what you can add to this to balance this type of this relationship, this love interest that you might have. But I feel like you've gained like attention, but the actual step forward in the relationship has not taken place yet, or isn't taking place, or you're not sure if it's taking place, okay? And that, I feel like, is making it kind of difficult for you to really feel success in other areas, is what I'm picking up on. Affirmation for healing the heart. It came out in the reverse. So this is telling me that your heart, in regards to the situation, is actually kind of bleeding out into other situations. So, or it will, or could. Let me put it that way, not will. It could. if this isn't brought up and dealt with. You could possibly handle some of these other ones in a little bit of a different way just because of the emotion attached to it. Okay, let's get one more for that one, for Pisces. Transformation and change. So allow this to take place, okay? Don't get too negative about what's going on. Allow things to pursue and to progress. Things take time sometimes. It's not always as simple as, you know, this is how it should be, so this is what it's going to be. That's not always the way that it works. So give it some time and allow that change to take place, okay? Alright, lovelies, I hope that that helps for the month of September for an overall. If you want to take a look at your more in-depth readings, they are available for love, money, and career. And I will see you guys next time. Much love. Bye.